Hello and welcome to the Slingshot channel. This episode is all about the Genzo Fireblade knives. Let me show you their features. These knives are all sold by my sponsor GearBest. Without GearBest I would no longer be around because they're so loyal. Anyway, they sell the Genzo brand folders, and I especially like the Firebird series because they all have the axis lock. So this means when I open the blade, then this little notch here will fall in place, locking the blade very effectively, and you can simply slide it back like this and then fold the blade back in. And what I like on this is that you can do this without any one of your fingers blocking the way of the edge. And the Firebird series comes in all different kinds of variations. And today we will test if they're really solid with a mean contraption. First we have the G7412 knife. What I really like about it is that it has a kind of satinized blade design, but also it has real wood handles. It's black wood. Actually first I thought it was plastic, but it is wood. And it's also the largest of the knives that I have. And I mean, this for my hand is just about perfect. See how well it fits my hand here. It really gives you a nice purchase, and the blade design is also very elegant and useful. 440C blade like all of them. Of course axis lock, and it costs about 15 euros, a little over that. Can you believe? Next is the G7392. I like that it has G10 handles that are really comfortable. Same kind of opening mechanism, also satinized blade, 440C steel. I really like it because it is very comfortable in the hand. Great utility knife and very sharp. The next one is the most expensive one I'm showing you today. It costs about 25 euros, imagine that. But you get something for the money. First of all, you get real carbon fiber scales and also titanium coated screws and applications. And it has the most unusual blade of all. It looks like a mini hatchet or something. It really has appeal to me. The blade is somewhat thinner, but of course very wide, and this of course means it has excellent cutting capabilities. And of course you also have this kind of hollow here, which means that even though it is a shorter knife, it gives you great purchase for carving and so on. Really nice handle shape. Genzo Firebird 7551. A slightly different version is the F7533, which also has the same kind of carbon fiber scales and titanium coated applications. Really gives it an elegant look. But it also has a titanium coated blade, which means this won't really scratch even if you really abuse it, which we will find out, I guess. A very, very elegant shape, lanyard hole at the end, ergonomic. About 17 euros, come on. And this one is the famous F704. You've seen it before. It actually is a vice champion of my knife jousting contest. It smashed 2 other knives on its way to the finals because it's really a solid knife. Camouflage look scales, you also get it in different colors. Satinized blade, very solid knife, and of course the wonderful frame lock. I like that at the end of, when you fold it in at the end, you have some kind of spring effect like this. I really like this because it holds in place well. On this channel you have seen many ways how to test if a knife is solid or not. But these knives will have to undergo the most brutal treatment of all, because we will launch them from a powerful slingshot crossbow. Now of course, launching a knife means that it's going to fly much faster than you can possibly throw it. And only very few knife throwers use folders because of their apparent vulnerability. So they normally use full tang knives that don't really have scales because those will come off. So we will give them some good workout. But first, let me show you what I came up with. Meet the bolt action Genzo Firebird knife launcher. Let me show you its features. Wow, not bad. If you try to stab it, there's no way that you can get it in as deep. it is a short distance weapon only, because these knives are not designed to fly stable. So they will be blade forward for a certain while and then they will start to tumble, which isn't bad because the stability of the knife can well be tested by throwing it again against a hard object sideways or whatever. But other than that, of course, it is also a test device. It is powered by a lot of rubber, so these are actually 4 full strands of Theraband gold. So it's a heavy crossbow. It's not so very long, it's kind of medium sized. It has a sled that locks into the one-piece trigger sear mechanism. And of course it also has a chamber where you can put in one of the knives. And if you have loaded it and then you want to make the weapon ready for shooting, you simply draw back the bolt and then you can access the chamber and then close it again. And then you're ready to fire. Very straightforward but cool design, I think. I like cocking it against my chest, and that's why I put this plate here. So you cock it back like that, easy enough. And then you could put in the Genzo knife like this. Okay, and when you're ready to shoot, open the bolt, close it again, and fire! So much fun. Yeah, we brutally fired this one into the wood a few times already, and it is absolutely safe. Nothing happened. It's in pristine condition. That's a tough knife. Now with this model we have a little problem, because see, the thing is that if you put it in with the clip attached, it fits, but because of the angle of the clip, the blade is in the way and I can't really insert it full into the barrel. And this means we have to remove the clip for the test, but that's not easy because you never have the right screwdriver head. But GearBest also solved that little problem because of these two very cool devices. This actually is a magnetic pad that, with the discount code that you can find in the text description, you can buy for just $1. You have to use the English website though to use one of these coupons. And this here is even better, because what this is a full fine mechanics screwdriver set that you can get for just $3, and you have all these bits that you never find whenever you need to repair a phone, glasses, a knife or something. And these are so easily exchangeable, still very clean and tidy. Nice leather, I guess it's leather, bag for $3. It's unbelievable. How do they do it? So this is the right bit for it. If you simply start removing the screw, and because you have the magnetic pad, you won't really lose the beautiful little titanium coated screw. These two models unfortunately are a little bit too thick for my contraption. I only found out after I finished the launcher that these are thicker than the others, so we will continue with the remaining 3. G7412 first. Against the wood. Pass. Okay. Whoa. Okay, you can see how deep they are in, but you can also see that because those have been shot from a little longer distance, that the knives will start to tumble. Therefore, as I said, this would be a very short distance weapon only. Okay. No play in the mechanism. Knife is absolutely perfect. Yeah, this one has been shot into this 3 times by now, and still it is again pristine. And this one, okay. Ah, you can see that the titanium coated material probably needs some cleaning, but other than that, no play. Perfect mechanism. All 3 knives mastered the challenge. Okay, for the first test we're firing these knives into this aluminum plate in front of my shed. So, load the knives in first and then give it a go. And Yeah, that seems like no problem. Bang! And bang! All three knives pierce the aluminum. Definitely harder to get it out. Yeah, you can see that the titanium coated blade has suffered a little bit, but the knife itself completely okay. Oops. There. All right. You can see some aluminum debris here, but I think this can be removed. Yeah, same here. Alright, after some cleaning, you can see that this one is absolutely unblemished. This one also is in top-notch condition, even though the cleaning removed a little bit of the satinized look. And the titanium coated one, it did suffer a bit. It cleaned up nicely, but still you can see that it was used. Probably not such a big deal. For the next test, inevitably, steel. As you can see, it is steel because of the nice rust. Alright, steel versus steel, let's do it. And whoa! It poked through the steel. And it is absolutely intact, unbelievable. Very nice. Next candidate. And fire. I'd say it's the same result. Oops. The tip suffered a little bit, and also the titanium coated material blade also looks a little different as well. But this can be repaired within a few seconds. Okay. And fire! Whoa! I have to say this odd blade shape really works for this, because it continuously sticks right straight in just like it should. And zero suffering on the tip. Alright, here you can see this one didn't suffer at all. You can see some little effects on this. Let me see if it focuses right. Okay, you can see some little effects on here. And this one also came out perfect. Wow, look at that. We now know that the blades and the locking mechanism of all three of those knives are absolutely solid. Everything holds, even though we brutally abused them. Now, of course, what happens when you just throw the knife against the shed wall from a distance, so that it's not going to hit blade first, but some way. So the trick is we're going to shoot each one of these three blades 3 times and then look at the damage, because there will be damage. They won't be as beautiful afterwards as they are now. Okay. Whoa! Amazing! That Genzo knife flew absolutely straight, so it didn't hit it sideways, but it hit it spot on. This might be the best projectile for the weapon ever. Who would have thought? This one was kind of unlucky because it hit the concrete floor that was a little bit away from it, and you see that the wood handle cracked a little bit. Other than that, it didn't suffer any damage. And I guess with a little bit of super glue, I can repair this in no time. And this one, even though it dropped to the gravel floor, I cannot see the slightest damage, except of course the little wear on the tip that was caused by the previous test. Test round number 2. Okay. And fire. All right. Okay, and fire. Almost hit me in the foot. All right, so this model definitely is in need of new scales, but it's real wood. So of course this is prettier, but everybody in the knife business knows that of course it has disadvantages when it comes to solidity. But on the other hand, it gives us a chance to look behind the mechanism of the axle lock. As you can see here, there's a simple spring that's attached to it that holds it back, and then it allows the blade to swing in. Other than that, of course, it needs a set of new scales, and then it's ready to go. This model here, no damage. I think the carbon fiber is so strong. And same goes for this model. It didn't really fly that true this time, but of course there are so many factors that have an influence on this. We will continue with these 2 knives because the first one is so damaged that I don't want to shoot it anymore. All right, last round. I can see some very tiny scuff marks on the handle here. Other than that, perfect. Mechanism works like a charm. And the same goes for this one here. But these are cosmetic damages really. All right, I know. You guys want to find out how far these fly when shot from this. Well, we're gonna accelerate them down the driveway. And I hope that I'm not going to hit my truck. And by the way, yes, the license plate is visible. No need to send me messages and comments, because German law forces me to publish my full address, email and phone number right on my YouTube channel page. Thank you, government. I can't really shoot it 45 degrees up in the air, because then they would hit the trees, and so we have to aim a little lower. So this means in theory the reach could be a little longer than what we are testing now. Okay, let's see. All right, let's walk and find out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Some are scuff marks, but other than that, the knife is fine. So, what do I think about these Genzo Firebird knives? I'm actually absolutely amazed how well they survived. I mean, we did things to a knife that normally you don't do to your knife, not even to your worst one. I mean, we shot it from a very powerful crossbow, and we threw it against a solid wooden door, and then against aluminum, and then even steel. And then we throw them 3 times from 5 meter distance with great force against the shed wall. And then, specifically with this model, we threw it for about 40 meters down to a gravel road. And still they're intact and only suffered cosmetic damages. I think for this price, these knives are unbeatable. And that's why I loved working for GearBest, because yes, they sponsor me and yes, I get money for this. But on the other hand, these knives, I can fully stand behind them. And I think you can do too, right? So I hope you liked this, because that's it for today. Thanks and bye-bye. By the way, I wanted to show you this. Of course, I also got it from GearBest. Thanks very much. This is actually a mosquito trap, or should I say an insect trap, because it works on other insects too. And it works with a UV light, a blue light that attracts the insects. And then it has a little fan built in. Actually, you can hear it. It sounds a little bit like a PC fan. So it sucks the beasts in and they end up in this container here. And of course, you can switch it off at any time and then empty it and show you how many I caught during about 2 nights. As you see, it's powered by USB, so that's not a problem. Okay, and then you can simply open it by twisting it like this. And then you can see what I got. As you see, mosquitoes, moths, all kinds of flying objects. I know some of you will now say we don't have enough flying insects anymore. But first of all, here in rural Germany, believe me, that's not the case. We have more than ever, I think. And also, I would not put this outside. I would only put this inside because I have no tolerance against any kind of insect in my rooms. So indoors, I'm their enemy. Outdoors, well, I still don't like them, but I let them be. Great little device. I think it will be even more helpful when the hot July and August days will come. But other than that, I can recommend it. It costs just under 20 euros on GearBest and link down below.